Yeah, that video got cut off. Yeah, I was talking about my art teacher in high school. I'm gonna pick up where I left off. I'm saying my computer went dead. He submitted my drawings from class. Like, I used to skip his class because it was when lunch go on, you could go to lunch, come back. But I used to skip his class sometimes. But when we did our assignments and our work, I remember, like, I did some stick figure shit. But I guess in the stick figure shit, it was like some real shit to him. Cause you make your own portfolio. We had to make our own portfolio, keep our paintings and shit in there. So what I did was, he was like, just just draw about anything. So I had 4 sections on my portfolio. I put the hood with the stick figures, like blunt view type drawings, hood, police cars, fire, like shit like that, like going on in one neighborhood. And then next to it I put regular old house, dog, kids, shit like that. That could be like the middle class. Then I did like another one. I can't remember that one, but it was like, it was kind of similar to the middle class. And then I did one like the rich people, businesses, corporations and shit, like big buildings and shit like that. He was like, what made you draw that? And he said, you did stick figures, but this shit, what does this mean? That's what he said to me. What does this mean of these different sections of areas? And I said, that's how it is in the world. And he was like, wow, like, that's how you see it? And I was like, yeah. So he asked to submit some of my drawings to these colleges. So I did, like, we had to do, he was teaching us about lines. I can't remember, it was some shit in art. He taught us about lines, like straight line, zigzag lines, and another thing about lines. But it was like in art. So I took a book out of his class, because when I drew from what I see. So I took a book, and it was a guy arguing with another guy in a poker game. It was cartoonish. So I drew that, and in the argument I put the lines in between their mouths, like the squiggly lines, the crooked lines, and the other lines coming out their mouths. And he said, I want to keep this. Mind you, I didn't know he was gonna submit this shit. So I go back to class about almost the end of the year. I think I was in the 10th grade. And he said, did you get any letters? And I was like, yeah, why? And he said, because I submitted your work to some colleges and art schools. And I was like, what? Like, why? He was like, because you talented. You need to come to class more, because the way you look at art is different than the rest of these kids. Like, he was like, I want to keep all your work you did in this class and show it as an example to the other kids. So I was like, shit, I don't give a fuck. I draw every day. You know what I'm saying? You can have all this shit, and I just come up with some new shit. And he used to hang the shit in his classroom. He used to hang all my shit in his classroom. And I told you I had a homeboy. He was that high school basketball player. And he was like, I was talking to him about college because he graduated a year before me. And I'm in the 11th grade. He in the 12th grade. And he was like, man, I'm not getting no letters from colleges. So I was like, for real? Did you apply? He was like, yeah. And I was like, come to my room real quick. You go to my room, because I kept this shit in the drawer. I open up my bottom drawer, and I pull out 2 stacks, full handfuls of college applications that were sent to me that I never even applied for. And And I was like, he was like, how the fuck you get all these? It was Fullerton University. It was all these fucking, like, most of them was down south. Institutions, art schools, all this shit. Like, he was like, how the fuck, like, you ain't never applied? I said, I don't even know how to do that shit. I'm in 11th grade. I'm not about to do that shit now. But I'm getting all these fucking college papers. And he was like, God damn, I'm known in the basketball realm, and I ain't getting that one. And I was like, damn, I thought they send this shit to everybody. He was like, hell no, I ain't getting none of that shit. But I had all that shit. I had over 30 fucking letters from colleges wanting me to go to that college. Just because that one teacher, he was a black guy, he sent my shit off, and they seen my shit. And I want to thank him for that. I can't even remember the nigga name. That's embarrassing as fuck. The nigga that, like, he went out his way to do that shit for me, and I can't even remember his name. Mr. Sharpton, I think. Sharpton. Can't remember his name. Can't remember. Start with an S or something. And I was talking about rap, but I don't know where I left off on rap. That was the old video I was talking about. I went off on another topic and shit. I just wanted to finish that part of the video because it cut off on me last night. So I think I was on like the 90s, going into the 2000s, and okay, when you were a teenager, all teens listen to music. All teens. And most of it is based upon probably what you listen to as an adult when they're kids. Because all I listen to now is a whole lot of shit my mom used to listen to when I was little. I remember she had the vinyl records. And you remember when turntables and all that shit was in. And I remember one day she had the vinyl record on. Me being a kid, watching all them motherfuckers niggas scratch records and shit. I started scratching her shit. Ricker, she kirked the fuck off on me. It's funny that I think about it. She's like, boy, don't you ever scratch my video, my music like that. I was like, well, it's gonna be fine. They still be playing it over when they do it in the rap. She was like, boy, that's messing up my shit. And I was like, oh, I ain't know it was scratches on that shit. And she was heated. She had an old-fashioned turntable. You know what I'm saying? One of them wooden motherfuckers. And I scratched her shit. I don't even remember what song it was. Because, you know what I'm saying? They was making vinyls for some, I want to say like late 80s and early 90s artists too. So we had a player, and she had a whole rack of fucking records. I hope she still got them because I know they worth money. But yeah, like I was scratching the shit out of her shit. Like I had a balance with rap though, and I had a balance because I told y'all I like Michael Jackson. And when the 2000s hit, me still being in high school, and I got in high school in 99 or 2000 on a dot, 99 2000 year, and those kids from the 99 2000 year, they was different. Like them being 12th graders or whatever, that's when I seen the calmness. We was wild coming in that bitch. They was like in my high school, when we eat lunch, they used to let these niggas go outside and eat lunch. Like they would be able to get their lunch, go to the back parking lot and eat. It was that peaceful. I'm like, where everybody going? Because only the 12th graders did it. So I'm like, what they doing? Where they going? We always used to eating in the cafeteria or whatever. The cafeteria be empty as shit. Everybody be in the motherfucking parking lot. So I guess when my generation came in the 9th grade, they was too wild. They started wilding. And they stopped that shit. Nobody can't go outside no more. They used to lock that door and put a chain on that bitch. Like, lean on me and shit. Because that year something happened. And they said nobody else can't eat outside. And them motherfucking 12th graders was mad as shit at us. Y'all fucking crazy ass little ass kids. They was pissed, excuse me. They was pissed. Right? And that was, I want to say that was part of the rap music that we was in, you know what I'm saying, indulging in ourselves. Like, it was coming out. And then cause we didn't just have rap up here in the MD. We had go-go. And the go-go scenes was dangerous. Like, if you ever been to a go-go in the early 2000s, you probably wouldn't even go back to that shit ever again. If you're not from this area, you go through one experience in the go-go, you not going back. She be like, what the fuck? These niggas crazy as shit. Like, they shouting out neighborhoods, giving props to neighborhoods, and then make other neighborhoods fight. Like, these niggas be fighting each other. And when it got to the scene, when I got a little older after I turned 18, so because I went through that from 15 to 18, no, to 21. And when I got like 18, and we was going to clubs 18 and under, we were like, you gotta be 18 and you could be 18. And the first one I went to, when they say under, they mean under, like, for real, you could be any age in that bitch. So I see a whole rack of little ass kids, but I'm 18. I look like I'm 30. So I walk in with a group full of niggas, and they like, look, watch your mans and them. And I'm like, nigga, these niggas older than me. You know what I'm saying? I can't control these niggas. I just look like I'm the older one. I'm the, like, probably like the 6th, 7th, 8th fucking youngest person out of these niggas. All these niggas was older than me. I got kicked out that night for stopping, just for calming the situation. That I got kicked out. They shooting fireworks and shit around here. Juneteenth, y'all. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day to y'all niggas. But yeah, that scene, I was on that go-go scene, and whoever went to a go-go, it's a hell of an experience. But that night we went there, and I was old enough, and them younger people was in there. Go-go's usually go a certain way. The girls be dancing, you get behind the girl, you dancing with the girl, and that's how I go. Something just flew in my motherfucking ear. But that's how I go. But this night, I guess that was them younger chicks. I guess one of them stepped on the other one's foot while they was dancing with a guy, and they don't know each other, and they start fighting. Like, I was like, what? Girls fighting in a go-go? Girls normally, they don't even care where you from, like, because most of the girls that get in the group together, they don't even know each other. They get in the group, dance and party with the guys. But I guess these girls was neighborhood, like, they was ready for the shits, and they get together and they start fucking fighting in the club. I was like, I'm never going to a go-go again. Never. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. Like, when girls start to fight, when our little girls start to fight, or our women start to fight, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's when shit get fucked up. And after that experience, when the females fighting in the club, that was it. That was enough for me. So I think around like
you said what?
I said you started to get a booty. Like,
just fuck off,
off the butt shape.
So, dog, you on the video saying that shit to your cousin, man.
See you wearing them.
So around like alright, I got my co-host out here. She ain't gonna show her face, but I want her input because I didn't have it last night. So hopefully I can hear her. Where you going?
To the back.
No, I want you to talk to me. Come here. You can't get seen. You ain't on video. Come here. I want your input on the rap thing that we was talking about last night. Come on. I think she'd come in. Because I want her input from the 90s generation. Please, come back.
Why can't you just leave me be?
They can hear you. So, I want you...
They can hear you not leaving me be?
You heard me talk about the rap last night, and I was like, that I don't think it affected the 90s like it affected us 80s kids. So, I want you to say, like break it down to how to rap, because you listen to the radio and all that shit, so you like the hit songs and all that shit. I want you to break it down in your point of view of what rap did for you.
First of all, I rarely listen to like radio.
Just talk louder. You do listen to the radio, don't lie.
I rarely listen to the radio.
But talk about
silence.
Okay, talk about the experience you think from growing up to until you hit a teenage, before you was an adult. How did rap influence you? Go ahead, you got the floor.
There's no floor.
You got it's on. It's recording. Go ahead, talk. Talk about your first experience with rap. Talk about, you want me to ask you questions?
Sure. How was it, bro?
Alright, what's your first influence on rap and how you looked at it when you was a child? And how you think it had an effect on you now? That's the good question. So go ahead, answer that, please.
Can I buy one?
Hold on. I'm doing a video. Hold up. I want your opinion too.
Well, then
Cause
answer.
you answer.
I want to.
Come on, man. I'm doing a video. You chimed in last night, and that was gonna be a good ass
I
fucking.
didn't chime in.
All right, I want this ignorant bitch ass nigga here. So I want
You bitch.
So now I want his comments. How did rap influence you from you being a child until now? Your experiences from the 90s, from the late 80s to the early 90s growing up, how did it influence you? It's recording, dog.
Rap influenced me a lot of ways.
Talk louder.
Rap influenced me a lot of ways. Go ahead, tell everything. Like in the beginning,
You going home?
it had a negative
Oh, don't be so sad. Why won't you let me spend the night?
because he's gonna go
Yeah.
home and dribble and.
Alright, go ahead.
It influenced me in a lot of ways because when you want to ask me, like, as a child, I want to say influenced me in the wrong ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we
Talk
had
louder.
we had the negative music and shit like fuck a bitch or shoot up some shit,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what I'm saying, that really wasn't the way it was supposed to be.
Can I have a J?
So I don't know.
Video.
But like now, like
You don't have to post this video.
I don't, but it's other people.
now with the music though, you know what I'm saying, you actually listen to the message.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You actually listen to what they saying. At first, back in the day, when you were younger, you listen to this shit and just party and get hype or whatever the fuck. But now,
Talk a
when
little louder.
when you listen to the music, it's nigga, I'm just talking to you. But like when you listen to the music now, it's different than how it was back then. That's all.
That's all you got to say?
It's different. It's different for me
I
anyway.
mean, you kind of said exactly what I said. We grew up the same year, so that's why I wanted the female's point of view and her opinion, but she don't want to fucking talk. I would still want it. I guess I ask another female in her age bracket. So, like, I think I was at the. Hold up, real quick. All right. Now I'm gonna get into like teenage years.
Is that your bear?
So we gonna get into teenage years and how did that affect us while we was teenagers? Because when you a kid, you looking at it a whole different way. You like a sponge soaking that shit up. So when you get into your teenage years, it's like a calling in a way, because it's like What else? You're not gonna listen to a lot of what your mama used to play
Where my helmet at?
on the chair. So you gonna listen to? I listened to what my mom used to play, but it took me a long time to get up, like just listen to other music other than rap. You know what I'm
How much
saying?
did you buy the motorcycle?
One shot of 8, throwing a video. So when I got into my teenage years,
You had to ride it. I want to ride it.
I seen
I was gonna ride it around the house.
I seen the influence on my peers. Cause I told you when I was in high school, I heard niggas say some shit like, fuck them bitches, treat them bitches, you know what I'm saying, fuck them hoes. And I knew that was straight influence from the entertainment that they was watching. Cause I never had that mind state when I was a kid in high school in the early years. But I heard them say that and I was like, wow, like shit, nigga, that's some movie shit.
I'm gonna go to the backyard now.
You don't want to talk, so you don't want. I want your opinion, but I fucking put my daughter on here and see what. I don't even know if she listen to rap. I've rarely heard her listen to rap, but I will have her opinion too. I want to put my nephews on here. I want everybody's opinion at different age groups of how this shit.
You know what though? No.
Go
That
ahead.
would be a good idea.
I want everybody's opinion.
That would be.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all gonna have different opinions. I'm pretty sure we are. We not gonna say the same thing.
You know, I'm pretty sure how many pretty heads listen to Megan Thee Stallion or something.
She had.
So
She heard that
therefore,
WAP. She sang that WAP song one day, and I kirked off
you
on
need
her.
to ask her opinion. Like, I'm pretty sure she does listen to it. It's just not in rap music though.
I know.
It's
I'm
in
talking
all
about all
genres
music.
of music.
And I'm talking about because, you know, back in the day, our parents wasn't. Our grandparents was listening to a whole different genre of music than our parents.
Even they music though.
Yeah, and they say that music was devil worship and all that shit.
Because if you listen to Bootsy Collins, right? At the end of the song, I wanna be. At the end of the song, he said, "Come here, baby. Let me put my loving in your eye, baby." Meaning, let me nut on your face.
What?
That's what he said. Yeah, let me put my loving in your eye, baby. Let me nut in
Give me
your
one
face.
too.
You ain't think about that though, did you?
But see, even Curtis Blow.
You know, brought that to a girl brought that to my attention. Yeah, let me nut on your. I said, hold up. He did say, let me put my loving in your eye.
What was
baby.
Curtis Blow talking about? The Pusher Man.
Pusher Man.
He was talking about selling drugs back in the day.
Got your beat.
I'm glad I got somebody that I could
And
like.
back in the 70s.
I'm gonna let him. I want him to talk more. This nigga trying to act shy. He ain't no shy nigga, but he trying to act
This
shy.
is back in the 70s.
All right, come on, tell me more. Yeah, cause
Really not.
that's how it was.
It's a song by a nigga named Bernie Mac. This is like he's from Sierra Leone, and it's a song called "Wet Dreams," where he talking about nothing. This back in it's no. The difference is now that people are way more blunt in
Yeah,
their lyrics. Come here, bitch. I mean, fuck you. I'ma slut you out, hoe.
yeah.
Back in the day,
They say it out.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
it was in a message.
Subliminal
It
messages.
was a message, like you know what I'm saying. You had to decode the message.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's where lyrics even came from.
yeah.
Decoding the message, like for I'm gonna give you an example, and this is a modern rapper, A$AP Rocky, when he said, A B C. What did he say? He said, I keep a A B bad bitch double G's. He said basically he was saying alphabet in his rap. A B. Oh, matter of fact, let me go to that jump.
Now I can't play that music, dog. They gonna shut this shit down. It's copyright, dog. I can't play that shit.
It's on the song Pesos.
Just say the reference, dog. You can't play that shit. They gonna shut that shit down.
I won't give a fuck. I won't give a F. Told you, bitch. I'm a G. Like the shit went so hard. Like the way that he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
But, like-
that's what I'm saying. When we got teenagers, we still kind of was decoded. Like they still kind of hiding what they was doing in a way. But then it switched in the mid 2000s. It went from like that. It's the gay community got involved somehow.
Oh, but let me not. I'm gonna cut you off real quick though. Lil Wayne,
That's what I'm.
back in the day.
That's what I'm saying.
Lil Wayne did not cuss.
Yeah, he didn't
He
cut.
did not cuss until he turned like 21.
Yeah, he ain't cut.
He had that I won't curse, but in his verse, man, fuck the world.
Yeah.
I had the doors, mama, I made a little girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that nigga was not, and that's why I say he's a fucking lyricist. Like, this nigga had a fucking verse on Juvenile joint. I ain't terrified for nothing. I'm young, wild, crazy, and disgusting. Disgusting because I'm coming with an oven by my stomach and scrambling for the money. Take me up like a mummy. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, the fact that you just remember all of that.
Nigga. Nigga, what? Nigga, I can sing that whole verse.
How many got that going?
But yeah, so what he was saying, and that was true. Lil Wayne, he came since he was young, because I think he was what, 12?
Lil Wayne started.
He was 12, right?
No, he came on the rap scene when he was like 14.
All right, he was older than us, but around that time I think we was 12. Okay, I got another person coming in from the 90s,
Right there.
and I want to kind of hear his opinion real quick if he willing to share his wisdom. Okay, what year was you born?
94. Nah, well,
Alright.
made by artists from France. They kind of custom.
He was born in 94. I want your opinion on rap music from when you was a kid until you turned a teenager, until teenager to now, and your influence of what you thought about it and how it went.
How to influence you and how to impact you there.
Cause Sade won't tell me. I want somebody from the 90s.
So, I feel like...
Talk a little louder. You on camera, son. Well, you ain't on the camera, but you on.
How impact you, how it change you on
Well,
voice.
I think if we're going to go to the 90s, Tupac and Biggie, I'm just say them, just because, you know, they're in general 90s type era.
Mind you, he younger. No, mind you, he younger than us.
Yeah.
And he say Tupac and Biggie.
Let him finish. son.
I think they set the tone for what rap should have been and should have kept going as, in a sense, not as for their style, but for like the characteristics of how they carried themselves in rap, for real, in their genre from their two different places, West Coast and East Coast. And along with that, as it transgressed towards like the later 2000s, not to shade Lil Wayne and the art that he put out there, I feel like he kind of made it worse because he made it seem like, oh, you can be a fake gangster and rap at the same time. He's not a blood, for real, but he's blood gay. He'll scream that shit to the top as long as nothing, but nobody can do about it. He said it. And the Bloods and Crips was made to unify black people back in the day type shit. So I just like, he kind of made it more of a hype, more mainstream gangbanging thing, and then made it more flamboyant at the same time, when flamboyant meant something different. You know what I'm saying? Flamboyant was stylish type shit the whole time. Flamboyant later became flashy, tight pants, gay kind of earrings. No offense, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
just said that.
yeah, but it's just, that's just kind of how I see
Now,
it.
he's a 90s baby, y'all. He's a 90s baby.
Touch on the word gay back in the day meant to be happy.
Yeah.
We'll have a gay old time.
Gay was happy,
Meant to be happy.
But the way it seemed like him and Jim Jones shifted that shit when he seen that money that he could make off of that community. Cause Kanye did it to the conscious community.
I'm not gonna say Lil Wayne the only one.
Hold on, let me finish this.
Wait.
Kanye did this to the conscious community. He seen that Egyptian back after Egypt stuff could make him more money, and then what he do after he got in that era? He ran back to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But he was wearing fucking horse pieces and all that shit. So I talked about that before, so I'm gonna let somebody else talk because I don't want to hog it. Go ahead, go say what you about to say.
Just to touch also Kanye, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't think at the same time he was referencing the era of Egypt where black people had rule. I think he was on the King Alexander type rule, because you gotta remember from the stuff he was kind of wearing, like the chain gauntlet, that's from like King Alexander's rule in Egypt when they changed that shit over type shit.
Okay.
Michael Jackson too.
And I talked about Michael Jackson earlier because I told y'all my favorite entertainer is Michael Jackson. Ain't nobody better than him.
Ain't nobody better than Mike.
But Michael kept the headpieces and like
Rest
kept
in
it
peace.
clear, all that.
I mean, they even got statues of Mike in Egypt
Rest in peace.
of how he looked after the so-called what he did to himself or what they said, and they got statues of that shit that was in Egypt. I'm just letting you know. Look it up.
The most known two people in the world is Jesus and Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I believe it. So we come on, say what you about to say, G, because this shit's still recording. I don't know if we can be able to hear all y'all on here, but
I mean, it's just, you know, like music has definitely changed for the worse, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no message
No message.
in nothing now. It's just,
Well, we got Kendrick Lamar.
it's just like, but I'm saying, like, as far as like commercial rap, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, it's all about which bitch got the fattest ass,
Yeah,
who's selling the most drugs.
yeah. And they not selling them for
and
real.
who's doing the most drugs.
Now it's
Like, for
the
real.
Pusher man turned into the junkie.
No, your pusher man is your pharmacist.
Yeah, but they turned it to the
Like-
junkie because they was rapping about selling shit.
your guy
Now they
can't
rapping
rap.
about buying all the shit,
Your
taking
bag
all the
is
shit.
best, yeah. Like, when it become cool to become a prescription junkie? Like, for real. When did that shit become cool? Like, these rappers hold the
Let me
pedestal.
answer that, and I'm gonna let you finish. Eminem was the first rapper I heard talk about pushing pills. All right, go ahead.
But no, I'm talking like put like that was like the opioid. That's the white. Like you
It
know
don't
what I'm saying,
matter.
like, white. But
It-
like I'm talking about like as far we're not going to use Eminem
No,
because
we're
for real,
going
for
to.
real, no for real now. Nigga,
It's
these
Future,
these
yeah.
Motherfuckers don't listen to no Eminem. They don't think about no Eminem.
Okay,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
they did when they was younger. I bet you they listened to him. I bet you they listened to him.
Lonnie, this is 250.
No, that's a 150.
Can I ride it?
Yeah, I was about to leave. But
I'll be right back.
So go ahead, finish. Go ahead, finish.
you rode before?
He's gonna work that.
He got a scooter. He had a scooter. Go ahead, go ahead, listen. Troy, you on camera, sir? Well, you ain't on camera, but
Nah, I'm saying like it's a whole different game now. Like for real, like when you talk about rap is all fake now. You know what I'm saying? Rap is so commercial, like dog. You talking about niggas talking about some spin the block, shot up a nigga house, shot up his mom's, shot his granny too. And I shot the fucking kids. Fuck them. And I'm about to go pop me some pills. And I'm about to go smoke me a fat blunt. Like, come on, bruh. And don't get me wrong. I listen to some of this shit. It's entertainment though.
yeah,
I can decipher the two.
I'm glad you brought that
I
up.
can decipher the two.
I'm glad
it's
you brought that
entertainment.
up. I said this
You know
in
what
2
I'm saying?
videos already. But yeah, I didn't know his opinion. I didn't know he looked at it like that because I hear his ignorant ass listen to that shit all the time. But I didn't know he knew the difference because to him, he'd get hyped. But the fact that he just said that shit is entertainment. A lot of it depends on the person of what that shit is. That's why I want her opinion.
That's why, you know what? That's
Because
why,
some people get
hold on, pause. Let me say this before. That's why they say music is very influential. Music changes a person's mood. Music does a lot. Music moves the soul. That's why they reference to devil music, because you know what? When you hear music, it makes them shake their ass. Oh, you ain't supposed to shake your ass. That's some devil shit.
you
Like
right.
for real.
You right.
That's what like
I mean, that's how the older people looked at it back in the day, and then that wasn't even rap.
Why
They used to look at R&B like that.
It's like before they had ass twerking and all this shit. It was a music that my mother and them had. Like it's called Daga, right? And all the women did, they just shake their ass.
Tell them where
they
your
just shake their
folks.
ass.
Tell them where they
Boom,
from.
boom, shake their ass.
Tell them where they from.
Mother
So
from
they can
Gambia, father from Sierra Leone. Blood diamond.
So
Yeah.
you hearing a point of view from it coming from somebody from across the seas. So like it was funny that it was real interesting to hear his thoughts
Me and that job.
of where he said the guy born in '94 his opinion, and I never thought they thought like that.
But see now, and I wanted to touch on Quinn's opinion too though, because
That's what I'm talking about.
like Quinn's right, okay. Was he really in the Parker? You know what
He
I'm
was
saying?
94, so he was like 2 when Pac died.
So you know what I'm saying? Like the influence that he had on you know.
Kind of was already set. You know what I'm saying?
The influence that he had, because for real, he was like you said, he was 2 when he died. He was born in '94. Pac died in '96.
Yeah.
So when you talk, man, he talking about Tupac and Biggie, and that motherfuckers like Cash Money or fucking, because in this era, for real, Soulja Boy would probably be popular. Soulja Boy would really be his era of music. But for him to say, yeah, you not right?
Yeah.
For him to say Tupac and Biggie, that just shows his maturity level on music. You know what I'm saying? Everybody maturity level is
show
different.
how long their influence really reached.
And yeah, that too. But it also shows like his maturity level on like his thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you listen to, fuck it, I'm gonna throw Young Dolph. And you know I listen to Dolph. Remember that Rich Crack Baby? And then when you put a song like Really Got a Baby, the message that Tupac sending in that song, none of these rappers nowadays, even with they have no message like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but maybe in an alternate universe, Brenda's baby end up being Young Dolph's Rich Crack.
like for real, it's like, yeah.
I had to laugh at that. If y'all heard that was funny. That was funny. If y'all can hear what she just said.
But like for real.
Alright, so I hope y'all heard that, because that was interesting. But I'm going to let him drop, when he come back, drop his link to his raps. Because I
One
don't
thing I can say.
Alright, she ready to talk.
Let me see like.
Go ahead.
One thing that I can say. Let me see like this.
I got it.
Is music taught me how to be American. If that makes any sense.
Okay.
What you mean?
Go
Elaborate.
ahead. Go.
So there's different parts of America. We all know we live in 2 Americas, especially if you're a black person, right? So hip hop taught me like street shit that I need to know growing up, right? But then like the other genres of music taught me how to code switch, if that makes sense. When you grow up and you have to work or you have to deal with other people, especially people outside your race, sometimes as a black woman you're aggressive when you speak, or you're too hostile when you speak. When you're speaking to other black people, they don't feel that way when you're speaking to maybe a white woman or a black or a Chinese woman or a Chinese man. Sometimes black people could be too aggressive. So for me, I feel like yes, music influenced me all around how to live in these Americas.
And that's somebody else that was born.
That's
No, I like that. I like that opinion because
you know
it's giving another perspective.
Nah,
You was born here. You can't say that for her experience.
She was like
A baby, yes. She was here when she was a baby. So, but she say her piece.
After you'd be like, that's it, I would have backed up and won again.
But she said
It's been a minute since I wrote these.
She said her piece, y'all, and that's her piece or whatever. On her opinion of, she said it made her.
Where'd you get it?
Feel like taught her how to be American.
It's right there, my
I know.
So,
this bitch ass nigga.
What's your?
I'll be about ready to fight.
So,
and you already know what I was talking about.
You got something else to say about rap? 94, nigga.
Shit.
But nah, you know, I got a question for you.
All right.
Okay. With you being born 94, right?
Yeah.
Pac and Biggie died 96, 97, right?
Yeah.
You definitely not old enough to
Still
listen to
recording,
them, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get influenced to listen to Pac and Biggie?
So my older brother used to listen to more Biggie for my cousin used to listen to Tupac, and they used to have like a debate who was better for real. And I thought they were both dope for real. I just thought it was like we are debating about like they're both dope in their own way.
Yeah.
And like they had that freestyle together, which was they killed it, and it's phenomenal. So I don't know. I always just found rap like through siblings and stuff like that. And as I got older, I just heard it transgress. But I never paid attention to it when I was a kid until I got older. Like when I was like, I think like 12. I was just like, oh, this is Biggie. All the beats are crazy on this jump. And then I would hear Tupac. I was like, oh, he is talking that shit. Like he's saying something I need to listen to for real.
So what year? How old were you when you really started like listening to the lyrics?
To the lyrics?
Yeah, listening to the lyrics. Yeah.
I was
Paying
like
attention to what the artist actually said.
maybe 16, 17. I was older. Like I wasn't listening to. I wasn't paying no attention to nothing.
Exactly.
Until I was like 16, 17. I was like, hold on, Lil Wayne. Nah, bro. Like I can't relate to nothing you talking about, for real.
See, and that's crazy though. That's crazy he said that because you know what? Lil Wayne that we listened to growing up was fire. Like I said, when he wasn't cursing, he was fire. But now he's like Lil Wayne, and I still think Lil Wayne dope. You know what I'm saying?
He got some.
Lil Wayne's still dope,
Boys,
but I don't think he's like how he was back then.
Are you saying he's
Squats.
dope as far as like his lyricist skills?
Yeah, he's a
He's a great lyricist. I agree with
that nigga can rap like shit.
Squad Up was the best
That nigga
project
can
he
rap
ever
his
did.
ass off.
You said what?
Squad Up was the best project he ever
It
did.
was one of them.
No, that mixtape series was killer, dog.
Nah, I'm gonna say
I told you
Carter.
I got my medical card.
Carter 2.
Carter, the first Carter was the
Bunch
best
of-
joint.
I need to,
Especially when
I
they
wanna
all
get a
broke
list
up.
before I leave.
And he made it.
What?
Man, I miss my dog. Late night we're pumping.
Oh,
Late
yeah.
night we're blowing trees. Late night we were hustling. Man, I miss my dog. You know, nigga, he carried Cash Money. He carried them niggas
He did.
for years, nigga.
Because Juvenile was the front face. You know what I'm saying? Juvenile was supposed to be the front face, but I guess his falling out with Manny Fresh, Lil Wayne took on the reins and he did his thing. He
Nigga,
did what he had to do.
They're like Father, like
I like
Son
Turk.
album.
You know what I'm saying?
Frank, nigga. It ain't no lie.
So what destroyed old school hip-hop?
All right.
You said what?
Now next subject. What's
Hip-hop.
say it louder again, Sade?
What destroyed old school hip hop?
Social media.
No.
Yes.
The social media
It
technically
was-
didn't
it
exist
was-
then.
Nah, it
Social
did
media.
not
No,
exist.
I talked about this earlier in this video.
Soldier Boy was the one that created. So the
So you're saying Soulja Boy
for them
destroyed
to
hip hop?
Well, he's not wrong about social media. Soulja Boy creating a social media craze because he made "Kiss Me Through the Phone," MySpace. What? Yup, that was all Soulja Boy.
Soldier Boy.
I was when we were in school.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
he
but
did
prior
that.
to Soulja Boy, you said there's no other artist
No, I'm
that
saying
tainted hip hop.
Vanilla
Prior
Ice.
to Soulja Boy.
he put it on that
Vanilla
platform
Ice.
to where though.
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. And you can't deny that.
Millie, what the fuck is they called?
Millie
Vanilli.
But this is the thing with them though. See, this is having the stain in hip hop that made an impact.
No.
how
Make sure you
No,
talk
no.
one at a time because
Vanilla
y'all on
Ice.
this. I want everybody to hear
Okay.
y'all. You
Alright,
know,
yeah,
this is
okay,
good
yeah.
talk.
But why you say Vanilla Ice?
Ice Ice Baby?
Why you say
Marky Mark?
like really?
Talk
The
about
fuck Vanilla Ice? Like nah.
because they made rap funny. And
Yeah,
rap
it was
funny.
like it was a gimmick. Hammer
Yeah.
too, but I like Hammer.
Hammer.
But he was doing his
But the
job.
thing is, exactly, Hammer came from the era of Grandmaster.
He ain't no
Flash.
bitch. He,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? He's came
yeah,
from the
yeah.
performance era.
The
of
performance
Flash.
era.
MC Hammer. MC Hammer was beefing with Michael Jackson. MC Hammer was like mostly a pop rock. He wasn't no hip
Yeah.
hop rap per se.
Okay,
He
why
was-
she brought that up just for a second? Michael Jackson is a fucking savage. Everybody that beefed with him,
Yeah.
Michael was a fucking
I
savage.
remember MC Hammer.
He'll
was
buy
like,
your shit.
Nah, remember MC Hammer? MC Hammer was like, yeah.
Okay.
Tell Michael it's time to give
Oh,
up
you
the
want to make fun of
glove.
my nose too?
And Mike-
MC Hammer
He
went
fucked up a
bankrupt
lot of
from-
people. He bought Eminem them publishing and D12. Michael Jackson
the
was.
Beatles. Remember he
Yeah,
had
the Beatles. He had beef
fucking
with
Paul McCartney?
he had beef with that dude from the Beastie Boys. I think
Michael
it
Jackson
was
that nigga, but like,
one of them groups.
Yeah, beef with everybody.
And he bought that
And
shit.
he was a savage, right?
but nah, I'm
Yeah,
trying to.
fucked
What
up.
Sade said though, When did rap change?
They say he had a deep voice in real life.
Honestly, think about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yo, I heard that he only talked like that on camera.
Yeah,
and
they said that Michael Jackson had a
Yeah,
deep
real
voice.
nigga voice.
Yeah,
Yeah, the nigga voice. Like his voice was
all down.
fuck that shit.
Hey, yo, nigga, what the fuck you expect?
Right.
He changed his color of his skin.
He ain't changed it. He said he ain't changed.
You know, it would make a lot of sense. You know how every time they do Michael Jackson impersonations, everybody does that high voice. But the whole time, they just joking.
Nah,
So they probably
the
really
best
know how
part-
he actually sounds
best
like
thing-
shit.
The best
No,
part
y'all don't care.
with
I
South
want
Park.
everybody here.
Oh,
Everybody.
shit,
Oh,
South
go ahead, sir. Don't bring that up.
He said what?
Y'all, it's recorded. I'm gonna listen to this back and see if it's good enough to put it up. Because I like y'all opinions on this shit. Because I never heard the other side of
But nah,
somebody
for
in
real
another
though.
decade
Nah,
talking
'cause
about
I don't
rap.
want to forget about this though. What she said though. When did music like hip hop take a turn to where it is what it is now? Like, don't forget, back in the day, you had songs like Method Man, you're wrong, I need to get back. Yo, shorty, I'm there for you anytime.
Alright, we gonna go around. It's like four of us here. We gonna go around. We all we gonna go around. We gonna say what we think the year was. When come on, G, chill. You gonna have your opinion. Alright, what's gonna be, dog? It's recording. They hear you. This camera sensitive, dog. So what? It will start with me. I'm gonna say mine, and I'm gonna go around and let everybody say their year. I told y'all when the Snoop Dogg era came, that's when I think it took a spin to me. Okay, so
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg, Too Short, all them. But I ain't saying it's bad. But that's when the derogatory words was directed at the woman.
Yes.
All right, what's yours?
No, NWA.
Same.
NWA, they was out before.
Nuh-uh.
NWA, they was out. Yeah.
Oh, let
It
it.
was somebody. I'm sorry. It was somebody out before them. What?
NWA put that shit up there.
Two Live. It's not Two
Two
Live.
Live.
He won out.
Not
No,
Too Loud, not Too Loud.
Naughty by nature?
Naughty by Nature.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you
They
talking
had that
about
one
OPP?
song.
No,
Hey, we want some pussy.
They was out. No, they was out after
we
that.
want some pussy. They came out
But
exactly
no,
the same
real.
time as Snoop Dogg and them.
No.
So that's what you think?
Real.
Are you-
on the nose?
Let me look it up.
Go ahead, you
No,
go
you
and say
don't know.
what you think.
I swear you did. Because you know what? NWA, the West Coast brought that to the rap game. Like, if you think about it, back in the day, when you talking about Grandmaster Flash and you talking about KRS-Ones and you talking about like
Queen Latifah and all them.
they came out in the 80s. Right.
Early 90s.
No,
No, 80.
they came out in the 80s.
Late
No.
80s,
So they
early
came
90s.
out.
They
Two
all
Live
came-
Crew came
they
out
came out
93.
Okay, that
Two
was
Live
after
Crew, that's
NWA.
Luke and them.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, we want some put. That's Two Live Crew. That's me so horny. Me so horny.
I used to like that song.
Yeah, that song. Yeah, so it had a.
I didn't know what the fuck that shit meant, but I
Had
was like,
but you know what though? After NWA came out with that, fuck it, but they came out like with that.
but they still political
fuck it,
though.
They was political, but they
And
came
Public
out like.
Enemy, you know what I'm
Public Enemy
saying?
had a
They had a theme.
They had a message though.
Yeah,
Public
but
Enemy was different from NWA.
NWA still had a message in the
In
beginning when
NWA
Ice Cube was writing that shit.
Yeah, they did, but you know what? It was.
I would take it a
The
little
message-
bit further, and I would say for me, that Little Kim, there was this video that sticks
Little
in
Kim,
my mind.
Little Kim
let her
came out
finish, let her
after them.
No,
Because she
after
said
them,
from
but
her point
from
of
my
view.
point of view, there's this video that sticks in my mind. And remember, she's like changing her clothes, and then she has like this blue fur.
I can't remember. Don't even try to refresh my
Yeah,
mind.
what you wanna do?
Is that the one?
True.
With,
I know you think it- yes.
That's Biggie song. True,
No,
but
it
you
wasn't-
still
it
don't
wasn't.
play. That was Biggie
That's not
song.
the song, though.
That's Biggie song.
That's not the song.
She was on it though.
No, but there was a video.
You a freak.
There was a
Got
video that
different-
she did.
and she had a different fur on. She had a blue fur on,
A
a yellow
green
fur,
one, yes.
a green fur.
Yes.
That was that song. Yeah,
Was that that song?
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think
That was on.
that song.
Yeah. Short looking lethal. I be in the club with bag full of lethal. Everybody with a seat.
The only one thing I do is
And they
freak
freak
you.
you.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is-
Only thing I
No,
wanna do
that's-
is only thing I wanna do is freak. Well, she said only thing I wanna do is fuck you. But only that's that song right there. But you know what though? Like really though. Honestly, and that's why I say it goes back for real, it goes further back. Like, you have messages, like I said, Bootsy Collins. Let me put my loving in your ass. Nothing on your face. Fucking Curtis Blow. Pusha
That's
Man.
where wordplay comes in.
But I'm saying though,
when you speak like that and you speak of it in a sense of love, not in a I just want to fuck you, that's two different things, and that changes the frequency of the music.
right? So it started with NWA. It did.
I mean, Ice-T was saying some.
Ice-T came out after them.
I think he came out before them.
No, Ice-T came out after NWA. NWA put the West Coast on there.
Cause that raunchy, but they were still political going against the system. That's what I'm saying. Okay, she basically was saying, when did it get to the point with how it came, how it is now? Cause you can say that for them, but rap redeemed itself in a way with Nas.
NWA,
you know what I'm saying?
But nah, Nas was one of them that's trying to still be like,
and Wu-Tang.
You know what I'm saying? One of them like lyricists and have a message. And like when he came out with that song for his daughter, when he came out with that I know I can be like, he
went commercial right there. Alright, so just me and you now, Sade. So you heard her opinion, and I said my piece, everybody said their piece. Alright, so see, people from the 90s gonna look at it different from people from the 80s. So now I need some 2000 babies in this motherfucker and see their point of view of this shit. Because I put my little nephew on with Wu-Tang. He had no idea who the hell they was when he first started listening to music. So while he listening to NBA Youngboy and them, I put on a Method Man song. And I did some slick shit one day. He had his PlayStation on autoplay. So when he had on autoplay, it was playing song to song. So a Big L song was on. So I rewinded it on his PlayStation while he was cleaning up the house, and I paused it right there so he could hear it. So when he came back, I heard him listening to all Big L songs. So I was like, you know I set you up, right? And he was like, who's that guy? Like, this guy fire. And I was like, that's who damn near put Jay-Z on in a way. So he liked Big L, and I was like, "What you think about Wu-Tang?" And him, like he got into that. So he even showed me old people that I never even heard of from the early '90s, and I'm like, "Where you hear that from?" And he listened to that shit. He don't play around. Like he'll give me some song requests that I'll be like, where you hear this from? Like I remember one day this motherfucker put on his you know how Eddie Murphy did that
Party all the time.
No, Eddie Murphy did that, not a song. Eddie Murphy did that what's that movie he did? No, the last movie he did where he was
Golden Child?
No, the dude he was playing another character. He was Ray. What's his name?
Red Fox?
No, he was
Richard Pryor?
No.
Hold on.
The Dynamite movie?
Who that?
Say it again.
The Dynamite movie? Something Dynamite.
Who that?
Some Dynamite. It might have been some
Dolomite.
Yeah, he played Dolomite, and he was playing a video of this lady talking just like Dolomite, but it was from the 50s, and he found it on YouTube and he showed the shit to me, and he was like, why she talking like that? And I was like what? I said like what? And he was like, she talking like how girls talk now. And I was like, let me listen to it. He let me listen. I can't remember her name. I'm gonna have to text him and get the information. But when I heard that shit, I was like, yeah, you think niggas change? Niggas been talking like this forever. We probably was doing this in slavery and all that shit. So the lingo we had was always the lingo we had. We had our position. I know y'all seen that Boondocks episode when they had the Catcher Freeman episode, how they was joning on the slave master, and Catcher Freeman was like, I'm a snitch on y'all nigga or whatever. Yeah, so So, all right, I'm gonna let somebody else talk because you know I could do this all
Come
day.
save
But
us, catch us.
now go ahead. What you
And
want?
kill all these crackers.
What you want to
Don't
say?
trust them new niggas over there.
Go ahead, say something though.
Messing nigga, you the bitch
Come on,
nigga.
dog. Don't fuck up the video, son, because I want to put it up. I don't
Nah, I
think
like that part,
But
nigga.
I don't think I could put this up. We've been talking. I don't know if you can hear any of us. So who want to say something next?
About what?
Catch a Freeman.
Not Catch a Freeman.
Messing
Rap.
nigga, you
We
the
still
bitch
talking
nigga.
about rap, man. We still talking about rap. But the influence in the mind state of on the people. We still talking about that. So
Yeah, I mean, like,
we on the end of 2000s area, late in the mid 2000s, late 2010 or
The
whatever.
early 2000s, people started falling back in love because of like 112.
No.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
No.
Sex.
Boys,
Boys
Backstreet Boys from the like the early 90s.
Backstreet Boys.
Black
Backstreet Boys.
Blackstreet.
Blackstreet. They talked about fucking in all their songs.
But it sounded like love.
Really?
It wasn't the way that how you
It
guys.
sounded
It's
talking
not the
about
way the artists
fucking.
say it now.
Right?
It's not how the artists
Like, really?
like. What's his name?
Who that? You know who I do like that's a new singer though? When
Lucky
he been
Day.
on for, what's that Entanglement nigga? August Alsina? I like him.
So is he gonna be attached to that word entanglement for the rest of his life?
You damn right.
Yeah, because fucking Jada did that. You know what I'm saying?
Entanglement. He's an entanglement.
He's the entanglement nigga. He entangled with Will Smith's wife.
Oh, that's right.
So
And not to go off topic,
But
but that's fucked up though. How he gets the entanglement name tagged on him because of what Jada did.
dog,
technically he was single. He didn't do nothing wrong.
She used him.
dog, I heard because her career ain't really go the way she wanted it to go, and she got jealous of Will Smith. That's what I heard a lot of people say.
Nah, you know
No, I
what?
heard a lot of
I'm
people
gonna
say
say
that. How's that not fair?
I think
Well,
she's jealous
actually-
of that nigga.
Jada,
Get closer, though. Are you on the phone?
yeah, but I was gonna say this. Jada has studied a lot with Queen Afua, and she's like one of the spiritual healers in the conscious community, like one of the top. You know, she works with Dr.
Jada?
Yeah. This was on like her show. She put this on her show and everything.
She said that?
On that red table, shit.
Just on this, another like TV show. Her and her mom was on there type shit, just like teaching her to heal from motherhood. And Queen Afua actually had like a session talking about healing from motherhood. So Jada is kind of like, I would call her the more spiritual sense. And I used to look at that sense of the entanglement of like, oh, she's ruining Will Smith and she's jealous. But the whole time you gotta look at it as actually she's just kind of coming out all about it as for a healing process for everybody. Instead of just making it a band-aid all the time, she's just ripping the band-aid off and let it all bleed out so we can just
Yeah,
get
I
over
mean-
it and just be out and use. And she just did take all the punches as they come. And then Will Smith just gonna have to deal with it as he deals with it.
But why put that nigga through that shit though?
Well, he's still there. It's not him putting through it. He's still there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Everybody
he
has a
chose
choice.
to deal with it.
Yeah.
They're
You're
going
right.
through it. They're going through it.
He chose to deal with it.
Since Will Smith is, I guess, really spiritual too. They say he be meeting with a bunch of shamans and shit like that. So that's the shit. That
I mean, all
But
the
you know,
all
I
the
heard-
niggas do. All the
That's what they
niggas
said
do.
though. They're going through it. Like Will Smith is like fed up with her.
does who?
And Jada.
He ain't going nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't listen to none of that shit that they actually be
Yeah.
saying.
He ain't
It's just
going
like
nowhere.
people just gonna say shit. You just gotta leave that shit alone.
I wanted the second Karate Kid movie from Jaden. Come on,
I
Jaden.
did too.
Jaden, bring that movie out, dog. Don't cut your penis off, but bring that movie out.
It's too late. It's too late for that. It's too late. It's too late.
Nah, he
He's a
ain't.
fucking man now.
What
When he
movie
did
just
Karate-
came out
when
and
he
it's like
did
30
Karate
years in the
Kid-
sequel?
When he did Karate Kid, this nigga was literally like 13 years old.
He was
11
the same
years old.
height still.
He
Nothing
was
changed.
He looked
literally like
different.
11 years old when he did Karate Kid.
But he looked
man.
different though. He looked
That
different.
nigga
Can't you
looked
just fast
way
forward the
different.
time?
Fucking hell.
You can.
When they did Karate Kid with Daniel-san, they did that shit back to back to back to back. You actually seen Daniel-san grow up.
Until Cobra Kai. Must
You
watch.
seen Daniel-san grow up.
Watch Cobra Kai, y'all. That's an excellent
Hey,
show.
shout out Cobra Kai. Yeah, Cobra Kai.
That show is so
Yeah, they
excellent.
got
To
a
see
new season
them.
coming
To
up.
see them.
They got a new season.
Oh
coming up.
yeah, I watched all the seasons.
I can't
All
wait.
right, so let's
I
get.
put you on the Cobra Kai, nigga.
Oh, you did.
Cobra
All right.
Kai. Cobra Kai.
All right, let's
Shit
get
like that.
let's get back to the rap though, cause I said we're gonna leave. We was in the the mid 2000s from like 2000 to 2000 and I want to say like 15 to 16 to 17. So what's your thoughts on rap around
From
that time?
2000 to 2017.
All the way up to 2070, before the mumble rap, from 2000 to the mumble rap, because they call Lil Wayne mumble rap in a way.
You still got.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Talk louder. You want to?
You had rappers out back in the day, like, and you know, so 2000. We was ninth grade, nigga. 99, 2000. That's when we were in ninth grade.
Yeah.
So you still have rappers like LL Cool J, Fabulous, fucking
Lil Zane.
Lil Zane.
Nah, Lil Zane ain't. That wasn't for us, man.
That really wasn't. That was for women.
Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z was still heavy out there. You had, you know what I'm saying? Scarface was still putting out music. You had real rappers out there. You had real rappers. You talking Ghostface Killer, but you had real rappers out there. Like really. Now, when you go from 2000 to let me say 2005, probably.
So was CeeLo considered a rapper or a singer?
He was a rapper, but
He was a rapper, but he turned singer.
originally, right?
Yeah, but he went to
CeeLo's a pop star.
auto-tune. Yeah, that
But now
auto-tune.
he's a pop star.
He's a
He
pop
started
star.
off as a rapper.
He's a pop star, yeah, because he was in Goody Mob.
So is
Yeah.
it possible to be two things? Why does it have
Yes,
to be one or the other?
Drake is two things. Drake is a rapper and a
So
singer.
why could Drake be a rapper and a singer, but CeeLo got to be a pop star?
Drake is a pop star. To me,
Yeah, he
Drake
is.
is a pop star.
My opinion, he is.
He's a fucking pop. He's not a rap. He's a pop star.
But they say that. See,
Now, a fucking rapper, like for me, would be somebody like shit. I guess I'm gonna have to say Lil Baby. If you want to say the new people, Lil Baby, because when he talks about like he does nothing
not
but
that
rap.
baby. He's talking about Lil
Lil
Baby.
Baby, he does nothing but rap. But Drake now, look in your face, one time, one way. Oh, make your kind of way, open away. Oh, come for me, baby. What you gonna do for me? And his latest album, just dum 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 dum. It's some real life techno almost. Like really, it's like a Baltimore album. All his fucking beats.
House music.
Drake is a fucking, he's a fucking entertainer, all around. Like Future. Future is an entertainer all around. You know what I'm saying? He falls under the genre of all musics. He has the singing. He has songs with fucking "You may not wanna love me," with Kelly Rowland. They singing love songs. He has dope boy songs, trap nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Like really. So yeah, damn. Music has changed like fuck.
Fast
Goes
times.
back to my
Music
original
has
point.
changed like fuck because now you have these multi-genre entertainers. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. At first it was either
They get in different fields. They get in different fields. They're in different fields
They're
now.
singers, they're rappers, they're trappers, all that shit. Like for real. You got Drake talking about some. I was running through this 6 with my whoa. You know how that shit go.
All right, let's hit. So you said your piece is that's what you saying? All right, Shawty, go ahead.
That's my piece. Yeah, I'm done.
From 2000 to the mumble rap, what you think?
I don't think anything right now.
Okay, well, she don't want to say her piece right now. She gonna chime in when I say something. So I'm gonna tell my piece. It was just like I said. It went from drug dealing to killing niggas, and then now they taking drugs, and then they killing niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
That's my opinion in a way. That's my personal opinion.
You heard of Craig Lucas?
No.
Alright, he did a video, right? Where he was like how rap was back in the 80s. And it, like the evolution of rap. You know what I'm saying? So he did rap. Back in the day, we chillin' the shit. Don't, like, he ain't say shit. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, we chillin' the stuff. Everybody out here doing it us. And then the 90s come. Yeah, you know what's out here, we struggling. Gotta go and feed the fam, then we gotta get it up. Then the 2000s come. What did he say? how I go? What they started doing in 2000?
In the club.
In the club music, stripper music, club music.
And then it went on and said, yeah, fuck that nigga, fuck that bitch. Bow, 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 bow. Shoot that shit.
I mean, that's what it was. It was a gangster
The
talk.
evolution of rap.
And remember, that was like he disagreed with me when I said Eminem and the drugs with the pills and shit. I don't know why, cause that's the first rapper I heard really talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I heard Eminem
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
pushing the pills,
Juneteenth.
Even though it's today. But I guess
Yeah.
it's
but Eminem was pushing the
What you
pills.
saying about that? How you feel about Juneteenth?
I mean, it's the technical day that we were free, but you know.
Well, the niggas down the south.
Fuck that, like really.
It's marketing and promotion. It's marketing.
I think
take
it's a
it
slap in the face.
because, Niggas, it's really our day.
You talk about Juneteenth real quick.
Give us our reparations checks. Fuck that shit.
All right. So like I said Eminem because that was the first rapper when I was a kid in high school that I heard talk about pills. He had the song called The Drug Ballad. You know what I'm saying? And I will quote the song. I don't want to play it because they might take this shit down. But The Drug Ballad, he had that song.
You was on Eminem hard.
I was on Eminem hard. And I was. Like, I was probably the only nigga in the hood listening to Eminem. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like I was the only nigga in the hood listening to Eminem. Alright, so,
You tell me.
it went from that to me.
Don't start it the wrong way.
It went from, those genres, and then it got flashy. It got flashy back in the day, because remember, it's another era I still ain't bring up, because I didn't bring up Dipset. And that was a big impact on a lot of youth.
So was Bad Boy though. Ace, fucking
But the way they came across it was different.
Nah, say Dipset for say Dipset for us, like really, because we don't know about everybody else.
I mean, Dipset for me, they had the flashy clothes. They wanted to dress flat.
The way was on that shit.
But they wanted to
Hold on,
dress.
y'all. I just realized what fucked it up. The South. The South always fucks shit up.
Oh shit, Sade, why you do
The
that?
South always fucks shit up.
No,
You brought up Uncle Luke. Where's Uncle Luke from?
Look.
Mafia, where are they from?
Oh my god.
Nah.
See, she bashing y'all South. I defended
You know
y'all. That's
you know what
that.
though? She not lying.
Oh
What
no.
does Memphis stand for? Making easy money, pimping hoes is serious.
Okay.
That's what Memphis stands
for.
for. Making easy money, pimping hoes is serious. The pimp game out there is real serious. Project Pat got a whole joint, nigga.
They going on the South, y'all, and this
we're not going on the South.
I ain't got nothing.
We never no. It's a song by a nigga Big what's his name, right? When he talking about sad bitch. She was my sad bitch. She was my I left home to be with my sad
They gonna
bitch.
comment on this shit.
And that
If I
shit
put
crazy.
this shit up, oh my gosh, y'all.
But no, for real though. I kind of agree with her.
I brought that up before y'all even came on. I was talking about the South, in my opinion, but I didn't want to go too hard. So y'all heard it from. I mean, I can't even say they wrong. That's their personal opinion. You can't tell nobody.
It's
what
not
their
just personal opinion. When crazy shit happens, where does it happen? Either fucking Texas or fucking Florida. What's the fuck going on with the South? Y'all need to chill out. See what shit is going on.
She talked to y'all niggas down south, y'all.
Nah, like really though.
I mean, cause the way they look at it, they was bored and they really don't have nothing to do down there. So it comes out different.
No,
you
when
know
you
what I'm
think about the
saying?
South, the laws are
Rock
different.
just
The
fucked them
laws-
up.
No, the laws are different. Then up here, you can ride around with a motherfucking AK in your fucking car.
I mean, you can have that shit on
You
your
can't
body.
do that
nigga.
shit up here. You know what I'm saying? It's legal for you to walk around in fucking Tennessee with a gun. You don't need no fucking
Who was
license
the
to
first
have no gun.
artist
You
that
don't
started
need
singing
that
about
shit.
lean?
No way.
No,
No.
it's not Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
I don't
Lane.
think it was
No, not Lil Wayne.
Who? Who?
I want to say, what's his name?
Lil
I
Wayne
could
was
be
the first
wrong,
one
but
to
I
talk
wanna
about
say-
Lane.
I want to say Bun B.
That's
She said Bun B. I think it was Pimp C though.
no,
or Pimp C.
no,
No disrespect, Pimp, Raw P Pimp C.
no. It was Lil Wayne, bruh.
I don't know who was the first one to start rapping about lean though. I heard more Pimp C rapping about lean than Lil Wayne.
When you listen to Moneybagg Yo album, right? He got that Waukesha jump. That interview that Lil Wayne had did, he put that in the beginning of his song when he's like, it's no matter what's in your cup, what's in my cup, drink it. Like, when I had what I had in my cup, I did a lot more, became way more successful. So maybe I need to pick that cup back up. That was the interview Lil Wayne had back like in 2000 something. He was the first one to talk about. He was the first one. Dog, Lil Wayne was the first one to really talk about drugs and shit.
But
like,
the point is,
like to be it's okay to be a junkie.
I feel like dying. I know y'all know that song, and I like that song.
And I love that song. Only once the drugs are done. Like really, like come on, bruh.
Alright, so okay. So now we about to move from that's everybody's opinion on from the 2000s to mumble rap. So now from the mumble rap now, I guess it started in what, 2000 and
nowadays though
18?
What?
Mumble rap.
I don't know, but nowadays these rappers are corny.
Go ahead. Talk about them.
They're corny. Like really. They talk about the same shit over and over and over. How many times you want to hear about how much lean you done did? How many J's you done smoked? Who block you about to spin on? Like really, like let's take it back to like DMX jump. How's it going down? You know what I'm saying? Like really, tell a story in your motherfucking song. Like for real, dog. Like I be at work and you think all I listen to is I be at work and I listen to nothing but old music, bruh. Really, because a lot of this shit is played out. Like what's the nigga name? Young Dirt, Lil Durk, right?
I don't know him.
Lil Durk, right? Do I listen to him? Yeah, I listen to some of his music. Yeah, but it's like, bruh, you talk about the same shit all the time. Your relationship, how your shit fucked up with your girl, or what you did with your girl, you trying to, you know what I'm saying, or you smoking Tuka, and like really, nigga, you's a fucking famous ass nigga. You ain't smoking nobody. Who the fuck is you killing?
The actors.
But you know that they glorify death.
Like,
it's deaf culture. We live in a deaf culture. You're deaf. You be glorified at your death if you're a rapper.
I mean,
because
we all know when it comes to artists that you're worth more dead. You're worth more dead than you are alive.
Yeah, I mean, even though Tupac mom had to fight for his money that he was supposed to have, like, you are worth more dead than alive because they could put an insurance policy on you and cash that shit out.
And you know what though? It's crazy you said that because I seen something about the nigga Gazi, right? And how the fuck all your artists die like that? Like really?
He on the label or something?
No, he's a
distribution company. But I heard he had insurance on them niggas.
He got insurance on all them niggas.
But why would he have a distribution company when everything's on streaming now?
Because the distribution, I guess, towards the streaming platforms. I don't know how that shit work now because CDs used to be the sound scans. Dolph was gonna buy. I don't want to talk about conspiracy theories.
So, but what happened with the guy that you said?
Gazi.
What happened with him?
He's the owner of Empire.
Empire Distribution.
He's the owner of Empire.
Okay.
So, like, nigga, I asked for what? For me, give me a shit.
You felt the energy.
He's the owner of Empire, but like, this is right. Yeah, he's the owner of Empire.
You still on camera?
All this fucking, and I don't even know we talking about this shit.
Nah, fuck that shit, dog. Niggas, people talking about that shit. I'm not probably gonna put this up because it's gonna be too jumbled. Everybody talking at once. I just gonna probably keep this for my if I'm bored, you know what I'm saying, I might throw it up, but I'm gonna edit it a little bit. So go ahead, talk. They don't know what you look like, nigga. They know what I look like, nigga. So they don't know what you look like.
The nigga, you said all them niggas just do distribution, right? And then like in a fucking year's time, like just one of them, but in a fucking month, 3 artists there.
All murdered.
All of them
All
killed.
murdered.
We all know what happened with the nigga King Von or whatever.
Oh, that was one of his artists.
They
No,
all
that's
had
when
the
it- all
same
of them had
distributions.
Because
Distributions.
you get more money by that. Like, he just he's
Because
not, no sign, he
the
just
actual
pushing your shit.
contract can't go to, if you don't set it up right, which Dolph was saying he was doing. If you don't set that
Was
shit
he
up,
lied to?
if you don't set that shit
He's
up
dead as
right,
well?
yeah.
Dolph-
If you don't set that shit up, it's gonna go back to the label instead of the family.
Is that the one
The
that
family
bought
ain't in
that
control. The family is not in control of the
I
estate.
think Dolph did that though.
No, if the family not in control of the estate of the dead artist, it's going right back to the promotional
No,
company.
I think Dolph said his girl got that shit.
Where you going?
He wasn't
Where you
smart.
going? Give me
Give me
one.
one.
So, I mean, the mumble rap. My opinion on the new mumble rap. I told you I like certain ones. I don't really listen
Can
to
we
it.
turn this off, man, and just have a regular conversation?
I mean, this is fueling the conversation. You know what I'm saying? It been it been flowing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put this up, but this something that we need to record our conversations, because this shit. You know what I'm saying? What you want to talk about? I turn it off, but what you want to talk about? All right, I'm gonna turn it off, y'all. I doubt y'all hear this, cause
I want to. Again. My toilet.
I let y'all know.
Go ahead, Burrell. Go see your daughter.
I guess this is about to go off, so I'll holler at y'all.